It's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Serena Williams. I will be speaking on the placements in her chart and how a lot of the placements have a lot to do with her personality, and as well as all the success she's garnered over the years. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also, please make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, from your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who loves Serena, or anyone who loves natal charts. Now let's get right into the video. Serena Williams was born on September 26, 1981, so this qualifies her to be a Libra. And by her having a Libra, she tends to be a cardinal sign, so she does a lot in regards to leadership. She's someone who's very graceful and who loves to do things for people. She's someone that's also magnetic, so a lot of people are just gravitated towards her and just love to be around her. She's known for being social and very charming, and she is someone who tends to be a social person. And she is someone who's charming. She is also someone who loves to do things for others. She's very balanced. She loves harmony. She has a sense of beauty, and she's very tactful. She's someone who's very cool and loves beautiful things in life because she is ruled by Venus, because Libra, and this really describes her in the best way. Next up is her moon in Virgo, and with this placement, she tends to have a heightened sense of purpose and the need to do something productive. So in order for her to have peace in regards to her mental health, she needs to be doing something productive at all times. She needs to always be doing something, and that's what gives her the comfort she needs to be stable in a way. Also, with this placement, she tends to be very professional and have a career-minded likeness to her. She is someone who has a lot of decision-making skills. She has intellectual skills as well. She's someone who likes to always improve her health. And she is someone who desires to promote professional and personal development. And she's the type of person that is very reliable and dependable, and you love to be around her. Next up is her Mercury in Libra. So it's great for her to have a Libra sun and Mercury in the same sign because it's really beneficial for her. So with this placement, she tends to have a voice that people love to listen to. She has a great orator skill, and people who have this placement, people love to hear them speak. She does have a very soft voice, but people do listen to her. She has a harmonious way of speaking. She's verbally eloquent. She's gentle and very diplomatic. She's someone who's assertive but not harsh at all. She has a certain elegance about her. She's very legal-minded. She's very enthusiastic. Sometimes she can procrastinate, but she's someone who loves to see all sides of an issue. So this really does describe Serena, and it just gives the best traits about her and who she is as a person. Next up is her Venus in Scorpio, and with this placement, she is someone who is emotional and devoted and powerful when it comes to love and relationships. She's someone who's very passionate, and she really loves intimacy. She loves secrets and mystery, but she loves to be intense and come across as fearless. She has a strong willingness to commit to relationships. It's an all or nothing thing for her, and she finds it difficult to forgive when she's hurt. She's someone who loves deeply. She loves to give her partner her full attention, and she wants to know every detail about her partner, and She's someone who is committed to the very end, and she's someone who's loyal to the very end in regards to her relationships. So this is a very great placement for her, and it really shows in regards to her relationships. Next up is her Mars in Leo. And with this placement, this is actually one of the most ambitious people in the world, and they do have a tenacious and fiery nature. So this makes sense because if you've looked at her career, she is very much ambitious, and she's been able to accomplish so many goals in her lifetime. And she's only 40 years old. She's someone who has done a lot. She's very creative. She's very confident. She loves fun activities. She is someone who has a faithful drive as well, so she's faithful to the thing that she's in regards to relationships or in regards to her career. She's someone who's very warm-hearted, and she's very generous in regards to giving and being who she is. So this really does describe her. If you really look at her career and if you look at her life, she does have a drive that really makes her very successful. Next up is her Jupiter in Libra. So this is her third place in Libra. So she has a Libra stellium, and she more than likely tends to have a lot of Libra traits. So with the Jupiter in Libra, she tends to someone who has the ability to listen to all sides of a situation, and she makes the correct decisions with this mentality. She's someone who's very great at balancing opinions because of this and judging issues. But at times, she can be indecisive when it comes to making up her own mind sometimes. She's very objective and quite concerned with fair play and justice. But when it comes to herself, she's aware that whatever she does may sometimes make others upset. So that's why she may like to compromise. But she's someone who's very unbiased, and she's very sociable. She loves to do different things, and she knows how to make a lot of connections in regards to these traits. Next up is her Saturn in Libra, and with this placement, and because of this placement, she tends to bend over backwards to ensure that the right decision is being made. She's someone who's very rational and very civilized. She's gracious, and she's very relatable and fair. She's someone who finds it really fair to take everyone's need into account, because pleasing everyone is something that she wants. She loves to help others get along, and she loves to make the right decisions and take responsibility for those decisions she makes. So because she wants to be able to take responsibility, she wants to make sure that every last decision she makes is the best. She's very much informed on kindness, and she tries her best to be the kindest person she can be. And that's something that really makes Serena very unique and very much good of a person. Next up is her Uranus in Scorpio. And with this placement, she tends to be a rebel and always going against the grain to come up with new insightful ideas. She is someone who has gone against the grain in regards to her career. She has beat a lot of things that people thought she could not beat, or has done a lot of things that other people thought she couldn't do, but she's been able to do that. She's someone who has her peer group and demands to confront life at its deepest and most meaningful levels. She's very much a person that loves to approach everything and avoid anything that is very superficial or casual. Especially when it comes to relationships, she will seek out and explore new methods of healing, as well as different ways to deal with deep-seated emotional problems. And she's someone who's very open-minded to different things and things that other people probably would not like to talk about. So this is a great placement for her. Next up is her Neptune in Sagittarius. And with this placement, she thrives on a variety of exciting, uplifting experiences and learning new things. This is something that really helps her a lot in life, because she wants to do things that are different, things that are exciting, things that are uplifting, not things that are shallow and very sad, but something that are very fun. She's the type of person who's heavily involved in investigating and idealizing foreign and different intellectual systems and religious philosophies. She's someone whose the most extreme ideals are pursued with something that she loves. She loves things that are different and unique. and she is at the forefront of humanitarian efforts, and she's the type of person who will always help people in need, and she's comfortable with the village of a global village and making sure everyone around the world is treated equally and very much well. Next up is her Pluto in Libra, and this makes so much sense for her to have this placement because she was born between 1972 and 1984. So she is a part of Generation Y, and they tend to want or have the vibe of harmony, symmetry, agreement, and pleasantness. She's someone who loves global politics, transform relationships. She's someone who likes to find the common ground and cooperation. She's someone who is in society that wants to change the concept on marriage, interpersonal relationships, and there is a general fear and awe in the power inherent to making emotional or contractual commitments that are not entered lightly. She's someone who knows all too well the hidden problems behind society and their worldly issues, and other generations will try to fix it. Next up is her North Node in Cancer. And with this placement, she will need to develop these attributes in order for her to find her hidden gifts. So some of the things she will need to develop is noticing and validating feelings, having empathy for others, nurturing and supporting others, building one's own foundation and security, honest disclosure of feelings and insecurities, humility, accepting others' follies and moods without judgment, staying centered on her own feelings and knowing that her feelings are worth knowing. She would need to nurture herself and connect to her emotions and not repress her emotions. Identify with the child part of herself. She needs to let the need of control and achievements, and she needs to trust what she feels and not to be afraid of having emotions. So this is what she'll need to do. Next up is her Chiron in Taurus. And with this placement, she tends to be sometimes feel as though she may have been neglected as a young lady or as a young girl. And because of this, she has a fear of loss of safety and security, so she works hard in order to keep that. She finds it hard to trust in the abundance of life, holding on to possessions or people, a tendency to devalue herself in life in general, avoidance of risk, and she's very cautious with her money and material because she does not want to be neglected in regards to other people or in regards to her things that she has worked hard for. So what is important for her to know is that she's very worthful and that she deserves to be comforted, loved, and treated nicely, and I believe her husband really does that for her. Next up is her ascendant rising in Taurus, and with this placement, she tends to be someone who's very practical, very nurturing, very steady, and sometimes can be stubborn, but she's very dependable, she's very musical, she's very artistic, and she can be indulgent sometimes. She's someone who's very loyal. She is someone who's very careful and very cautious. She at times can be single-minded, and she is the person who will appear physically sturdy and strong. She has a very comforting presence. She's very artistic. She's very charismatic. She has a very pleasant voice, and she's someone who tends to be very much great and reliable. So you know, if you need anyone, that's the type of person that you will need to look for because she has all of these traits. Last but not least is her midheaven in Capricorn. And the top 3 most successful midheavens are Capricorn, Aries, and Leo midheavens. It makes sense about the Capricorn midheaven because the midheaven is ruled by Capricorn, the 10th house. So by her having this placement, she's very practical and very systematic. She holds on to their own feelings in order to remain objective. She has a strong sense of duty and dedication, and she knows how to make most of her resources and time. She's the type of person who loves to be in a structured career that gives her stability, wealth, and success, are ideal. She's not afraid of competition and hard work to get to the top. And this really does describe her in the best way in regards to her career, because she is literally at the top of the tennis world. And around the whole world we know her, and she does have a great work ethic. So this really does describe Serena in the best way. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Serena Williams Natal Chart. Please let me know down below how you felt about it. Did you get a better understanding as to who she is as a person? Did you get to know her a lot better? Please let me know down below also who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. And if you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, that like button, and last but not least, share this with everyone. And if you have not yet followed me on all my social media accounts, then please make sure you do so from everywhere on this screen, as well as TikTok, and as well as supporting my Etsy store. Link down below, my PayPal, email link down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.